What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to the Late Night Channel Eeps. I'm your host, EEPMON, episode 45. And today I want to kind of keep it lighthearted, especially post Beyond Blockchain events. For us, Eepverse, we had an incredible launch several weeks ago, and now we have our second. We just had our second event, which was interesting because like as we were the only creative artist, real use case on the ground doing onboarding um, during that event. And I was looking through and thumbing through the photos and videos, and wow, we drew a crowd. Well, pretty much because we were the only table that had anything. Kind of reminds me of the times. Well, I wasn't there at the times, but it's kind of like how when San Diego Comic Con came around and they first started, it was just a ragtag of people, and look at how what it's become. I kind of felt like this event in Ottawa was like, we were the only table, literally had like something. Who knows? Maybe that will grow even bigger. But this is the start. This could be the start of history being made. But yeah, when today is pretty was pretty light because I wanted to keep things. Every time we have an event, it's good to decompress. It's good to reflect upon what had transpired and just to refreshen up and think about what the next steps are for eFirst, what we can do, what we should consolidate and discuss what should be more on our priority agenda versus things that are nice to have but not so much as a requirement, more of a desirable component to what we want to build out. So yeah, it's eFirst is like a, how do I say, it's like a something that we continue to improve, and we're tooling it, building it out, and to a direction that that we feel that could have a bigger impact. So yeah, we so it really it's just really about a time to just sort of like reflect on all that. And that's my day today. I was really thinking a lot about what the next steps are, and sort of again just sort of like keeping it down low. I did a run today, which is great. I needed a running allows you to get things off my mind and refreshing up again. But like it is summertime and people are traveling. Can you believe it, folks? It's gonna be July. It's gonna be July right around the corner. Jeez, folks, I felt like just like yesterday that I said that we've hit the halfway point. Now we're way beyond halfway point. Like July's coming up, folks. We got Canada Day here. It's a long weekend. And then July is gonna be over, and August is gonna roll in, and then oh man, September's like this is crazy, folks. Like, why does time fly so quickly? Time was such time moves so much slower when we were younger, but now like you just snap your fingers and it's already past 10 p.m. Rinse and repeat. When you wake up, get out of bed, make your food, get on the computer. I have these like sort of like sometimes I stare off into my window, seeing the horizon, and do a lot of thinking about just sort of life in general. How somehow how systematic it is in some ways, and that we are part of this sort of pattern. And no, I don't know. Like I don't know about you, but like it's like how do we break the pattern? How do we make it so that it is dynamic enough to keep us always engaged and not complacent? And I guess as an artist, for me, because, and also a creative entrepreneur, that I am engaged with many different things, I would like to think that my engagement with projects and work, and what have you, is a little bit more well, more dynamic, because you know why? I'm more volatile. My life is very volatile, folks. I don't have a system. Well, I do have somewhat of a system, but it's a very entropy-ish type system, and um, and it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone, right? Like, but this is what keeps me stimulated. That what keeps me out of boredom. Like, I get bored really easily. I need new things to really stimulate and creatively challenge me, and and yeah. So of course I would start something like Eatverse is a fantastic and a spin-off of EEPMON, and then learning from that to co-found it with Killjoy. Then I learn how to delegate tasks and have an assistant, and all these things. These are all new things that are coming to my world, and trying new things. And like, look, I don't have a steady job. No, I don't. This is my world, man. Like, I'm always on my toes. I got to keep on searching. Keep on seeing how I can, I want it's a balancing act between creativity for the pure love of creation, but also at the same time you have to financially sustain yourself, and perhaps my way of doing it is, if I'm going to try to find the best of both worlds of creating and financially sustaining myself, it would probably I would do what I can to focus my energies in collaborating with industries that I affiliate with, that expand my experiences, my knowledge, my fun factor, my creativity, and get paid for it. You know, I think that's sort of like it's kind of like a holy grail for a lot of people, is to try to find those things. And I guess for the people who are searching, or continue, like, who are either searching or kind of feeling stuck, that's when that, especially when you're feeling stuck, as you know that you are witnessing and realizing that you are in this pattern. There's this system that we live in, and somehow your subconscious is telling you, hey, we need to break out of this uh, systematic, complacent routine. But it's not easy. It isn't easy. They say the grass is always greener. But, I tell you, my world's pretty volatile, folks. I could just laugh at it. I just laugh at it. Just look at it with humor, in a way. But yeah, but okay. Well, I want to digress. I want to change the subject a bit. I want to travel, but I don't want to travel. Does that make sense? Like, it's summertime, everyone's going out. They're gonna go somewhere, I don't know, vacationing on a cruise or somewhere warmer. But I don't know. I want to travel, but I don't want to. Like, if I go to New York, what am I gonna do there? Unless this is the thing about me, folks. If there is a good reason for me to go to somewhere like another city or New York, it has to be work related. It has to be my industry, creative industry related. I could go right now if I wanted to. I could just pack my bags, go there, hang out with friends, eat dinner, have a run in Central Park. For sure, I would do a run in Central Park. I always do. I always do a run down the Hudson River Greenway. I always do. But in my mind's eye, I can also manifest that in my mind. I go, I know what I will feel like. I know the experience, because I've done it before. Um, and and I don't know, like I just don't know, like the weather be just so hot, and I don't know. Not only that, like the U.S. dollar is so strong now. Like if I'm just gonna go there just to even a couple days and hanging out, is it really worth it? I always think about what would be my ROI by traveling there. Like, is it how would that benefit me down the road? Um, is it just for fun, or or can I do it for both? I don't know. But yeah, like, did you know that like last time I was in New York and I went to buy Starbucks, I just got a Starbucks coffee, like a short Starbucks coffee, smallest ever. Could you believe it cost a short coffee $3.40 US? I kid you not. I did a double take. I go, excuse me, how short is $3? I thought they were trying to scam me, but no, that's the price in the US for a short coffee is three something. That's like over $4 Canadian for a short coffee. Like, what is this? What has happened? Like, but for some reason in Canada, short coffee is significantly cheaper. So, there's some rules or regulations that perhaps there's different laws that 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 handle pricings from nation to nation. But I always hear about the news about how like fast food prices have jacked up astronomically. Most of these news I see it in the U.S., but I've seen it here. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like coming here and like, have buying groceries to like buying, going to fast foods once in a while. Like they've gone up, but a lot of the 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 news that I've been reading regarding to the rise of prices is probably most likely in the United States. So a price for a coffee for short was like three something. Then most likely like I don't know, a Big Mac like like hamburger, it's gonna be like I don't know, at least like $6 a burger or something. I don't know, but it's really high up there. I think it's much more higher than what our prices we hike over in Canada. So yeah, I don't know. It's guys, it's a crazy time we're living in. I can't help but feel that the system is about to fall flat on itself, and we must be prepared for whatever direction it goes. So for me as an artist, especially, um, these times are actually quite volatile, very very volatile. Not just me, the creators and artists in general. We have it pretty tough when it comes to the economic, let's say, um, downturn. I think that things are getting worse and worse. I don't know about you, but if you look around, I go downtown, look around, I'm like, whoa, it's changed a lot. Wait, and if it's true, like wages are not like keeping up with the inflation rate, right? It's crazy. I was over down in Bank Street, just walking down Bank Street, and there's an entire block back to like side like from my side across the street. Stores are closed, vacant, empty. Coffee shops empty. There used to be a Bridgehead Coffee and Bank in Albert. It was like a prime location, empty. Everything. I was at Place d'Orleans shopping mall. My friend and I decided to go and have a walk just to hang out, just to see what's up. That place, back in the day, it used to be thriving. Okay, we go there to the arcades. The mall was open. People were shopping. It was a new mall. It was exciting. Now, oh my goodness! Like I think I was on the second floor, and like 50% of it is like completely like there's nothing. Like there's this only signages of going to some government related, I don't know, getting your passport or something like that. I don't know. It was like it's changed so much, and the stores in there. I'm like, how are they making money? There's hardly anyone in there. So yeah, it's like wow. I mean, shopping malls are not doing well. They're not. Uh, the economy, I don't think is doing well. So, as an artist, what do I have to do? What do we have to do? We have to learn to diversify, right? Talking about diver, diversification of assets, right? In the investment world, but we as artists, we also too need to diversify our portfolio so that we can have channels and access to different opportunities, right? Now I know there seems to be, from what I've observed, that creators have a distinct style. They work in a certain way, and perhaps they're known for this particular style, and I think they don't want to break out of that paradigm because it's sort of what defines them. It's what they're known for, right? Like that's their style. That being said, I do feel that um, as we continue to progress in the innovation front, like it or hate it, we creators need to be able to pivot and also explore how these advancements can embellish and empower our creative processes or something like that. So even though I've EEPMON and I have been grateful and thankful that I had opportunities to create murals, create some projects, design, create my personal artwork, of course. But at the same time, in my world, in my way of looking at my opportunities based on my career, right? I can be a digital artist, but I could just be doing digital art all the time, just digital art, and then not think about other avenues. But if it just so happens that blockchain and NFTs is right up my alley, so of course I would have to invest my time and energy to explore these potential avenues. And don't get me wrong, for me to start to get into there, to learn, it's hard. It's difficult. At times I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't. It's like, what is this thing? I don't know. Like, but I also realize doing my due diligence and knowing about like a bit more about Web3, about blockchain technology, about crypto, and how it has grown significantly. I truly believe that this is the next innovation in communications, technology, like internet, connectivity. And creating products and creating artwork that leverages such technologies is in the immediate term, you may not know where it would take you, but from my past knowledge and experience, this isn't for me. As I said, if this is another medium that allows me to channel my creativity and expose it to new audiences, then yes, diversify into that area too. Diversify and reach to that audience. And that's what I did. I did that in 2021 with City Lights NFTs. Then I went to these crypto NFT conferences, New York and I think that was in Los Angeles, one in Tokyo as well. I had to learn. I had to understand the ecosystem, the stakeholders, the players, what worked, what doesn't work, uh, the growing pains and knowing uh, what was a rugged project versus authentic one. Um, so I accumulated all that knowledge that now that I started Eat First, my own thing, I learned a lot, and now diversifying into there, like look, I'm meeting all these great people. I met, I continue to build stronger relationships with the Web3 community here in my city, and I know that I will now. And having launched eFirst, we have an MVP at least, and we can show this to other potential audiences in beyond Ottawa who are interested about what we're doing and see how we can activate it in, who knows, like Tokyo or New York or Hong Kong, right? Yesterday, I met the Canadian CEO of Coinbase. His name is Lucas, and we had a great chat. We talked about Evers, we talked about the state of crypto, the state of the whole with Coinbase in Canada. Like we just talked about all these things, right? And you know, again, I tell you that when you diversify, like I would look. I never thought that I would be meeting more of the community in this regard. I just wanted to create eFirst. I thought it'd be cool using blockchain, NFTs kind of thing. And I really felt, because I felt that EatMonkey, it was the right time to really, I felt that the characters can be thriving in this world. That was my MO. That's what I wanted to do, right? And it's fun. I get to use some new technology. That was my MO. Now, I never expected to be building stronger connections with the as I mentioned earlier, Web3 community, even meeting the Coinbase Canadian CEO, like and we're growing. We're I like to think that I'm building great relationships all around in that aspect. Opening new doors perhaps in these realms. Yeah, but that's what we got to do. That's what I have to do. My path is to diversify opportunities, networking, reaching out, be part of the community, because we're all in this together, right? It's a tough time for everyone, and we're all figuring it out. So we need to, and what better way for people in a decentralized ethos is to do what you can to support everyone. That's why Eatverse is like, look, we're gonna build it. We want to take our time with it. We're gonna make it a really. I want this to be a really grassroots approach. So we will engage with everyone, not just private companies, public companies, nonprofit. I had a great chat with somebody. I will not name his name. I have his business card. But he is the director of educational services, nonprofits organizations here in the city. I want to talk to this guy because I think that there's a lot of there's a great educational arm with Eatverse, with EatMonkey, with nonprofit. Sure, that's fantastic. We have to explore that. But yeah, so it's a big playground. At the same time, I know that this will be something that, and we keep at it, we keep at it. Um, we will we were bound to develop more opportunities. That's the creative entrepreneur spirit. That's what it is. And of course, I will continue doing EEPMON. Right, I got murals coming up. Got some projects here and there. Um, but keep active. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. I ranted again. Oh my god. Back to the original point was that today, these are things. Okay, well, what I just said to you is what this is what I was thinking about all day today. I was thinking about that when I was running. I was thinking about that when I was just doing my meditation and just sort of reflecting a lot. These are things I've reflected a lot. So here you go. That's my little verbal reflection talking to this microphone. Um, and I only can think concretely 4 months at a time. So, I need to make use of July and August, and then when September rolls around, woo, we are back to travel mode, folks. You know what I'm saying? We're back in action. So yeah. I hope that you felt that this. Hope you think that this. Well, not think. I hope that this episode was insightful, coming from a crazy person like myself. And yeah, if you have any questions and comments, I'm just so messed up. If you have any questions, leave a comment. That's what I meant. And like and subscribe. Have a great evening. Have a great afternoon. And have a great morning wherever you are in the world. This is The Late Night Channel Eps, episode 45. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you for listening. And until tomorrow, goodbye.